everyone of NeXt. This is Alex here, and sorry it's been so long since I did the last video. I had to wait to get a few pieces to show you guys. First off, we have our lovely friend, the Sega Dreamcast. This model is a Japanese first generation model. It took me a bit to get this, but then I also had to get the controller and VMU. I wanted to make sure I got a working model, and everything works very, very well. The NeXt is a big beauty. This one was the one that took the longest to get. And this is the Model 2 Japanese Sega Saturn. This console, even though its age, it's very, very good. Everything opens up, closes, turns on, and just works. The controller, I could say, is in decent condition. It is a little more yellowed, but one thing you can do is really expect it. As the future progresses and goes on, I will be making more adjustments and trying to clean, maybe doing some retro bright, because the console shell itself is in really, really good condition. As you can tell, the drive door is a little bit lighter of a color than the rest of the body. The Dreamcast, in its way, is a little bit more compared to the controller's a little more compared to the console, but really shouldn't be an issue. When I got the VMU, I actually got it brand new, never opened, and this was the actual box. This one was the UTSCU model. If none of you have ever seen one of the VMU boxes, the box is still in very good condition. And this VMU was constructed in 2000. Has all of its lovely manuals, and it's in very beautiful condition. Next, on to the VMU itself. Here is the VMU. As you can see, works very, very well. As you can tell, I do have more and more game titles for this. And the VMU still functions very, very well. Next, onto the controller. I bought this controller as non-working, which it was known as untested, so I ended up taking the risk. And whenever I plugged it in, it did not work right at first. All I had to do was clean the contacts off, and there you go. So if any one of you are interested in getting a Dreamcast, or if there's a certain model, go on eBay and go look up a seller called Hit Japan. He is who I dealt with to get this Dreamcast. He is a very awesome guy. Very awesome eBayer. Will get back with you and is really good with prices. So if the price he gives you isn't really what you're looking for, well, you can always try. The Saturn I got from a different seller, which was really good as well. I can't remember that seller's name right offhand. But enough of just looking at the top and the buttons. Let's flip this over so you can actually see the model number. But just as I've described, this is a Japanese Saturn, so you are going to have all of the seals that all the Japanese regulations have. There's that number. It is a model number HST3220, serial number, and this console was in fact made in Japan. All of its interfaces work very well. Battery compartment for all your game save files. I had to replace my Dreamcast CMOS battery because it was dead, but this Sega Saturn is working very well, which I am very proud of it. Because you're looking at a 20-year-old console right here, and its battery is still good. That proves to you how good Sega made their consoles. Saturn in my book was not a failure, even though it was here in America. All the other parts of the world, it was not. Then, time for the Dreamcast debut. As you can see. And one thing, if you're looking into the older consoles, all of these consoles are some people think, oh, they're going to be so big. Nope. Dreamcast is very small and compact. This one is a model number HKT3000 in Asia Electron. You can use this no matter what, even if you are in America, since the American and Japanese power grids are essentially the same. This might be a little bit different on voltage, but you're not going to mess up any of your components. Same with the Sega Saturn. This Saturn did come with the modem, which is HKT7100. Then, whenever I did order these, I did get some games. These were all the games I could get at shorthand notice to be able to test the ROMs. The GD-ROM in Dreamcast works incredibly well. Digital Age is the first one we have for Sega Saturn. All of these games were bought from Hit Japan, and I got them for very good prices. You have Digital Age. We're going to be going by the consoles. I have 2 Sega Saturn games. And I'm not sure on the pronunciation for this one. But you have these 2. All of their manuals and cases are all intact and in good shape. And they're all packaged really well when they're sent over. Next, we have the Dreamcast. First one is Izumo. As you can see, it has the 0 rating of 18. This game works very well. All manuals were intact. And and it's in very good shape. I bought this one used. Next game is Happy Breeding, which I got this brand new, never opened, still sealed from whenever it was bought in Japan. Everything was completely intact, and I do have all of the actual spine cards for all of these, except the Saturn, which I'm not sure if the Saturn came with any. So there's your look into Happy Breeding. This was the first game I got that arrived, is Wind, the Breath of Heart. All of these games run extremely well. All the GD ROM discs are in good shape. As you can see, this side's a bit more faded. And when you come right over here, you can see that it's in good shape. This one was bought used as well. Next, we have Ever 17 Out of Infinity, which is in relatively good shape. One end looks better than the other because one half's a bit faded. Okay, there's Ever 17 for you. And Ikagi, which is another rating for 0-18. This one was bought used as well, but it's really hard to tell by just in how they look. It's hard to tell that some of these games are older than what they look like. Almost everything I got here, and the Sega Saturn controller was. Now let's look at it itself. You can really tell it's more yellowed. I have tried cleaning it up a bit. D-pad's still really functional. Start button is also. And all your A, B, C, X, Y, and Z buttons are as well. Truly everything you would ever think about is all working. These consoles, since I've had them, are completely working. They're completely beautiful machines, and I don't regret buying them one bit. If you're looking into getting into more of the Sega consoles, I would definitely recommend the Sega Saturn and the Sega Dreamcast. Just know that with region coding, you can play only certain games on the Dreamcast for that code region, unless you have a disc called Codebreaker, which I do have. So I'm able to play any game and from any region and be able to actually play games that aren't supported on VGA cables. I greatly recommend VGA for the Dreamcast if you want to see the most beautiful images. The Dreamcast really is a beautiful console, and people really give it such a bad rap whenever it's a really amazing console. Next, still go on to the Saturn. The Saturn has this port right here, which you could use to have more of an action replay style card. Put that in, and that will actually allow you to play. As you can see, I do have one of the games in right now in the Saturn. All of these consoles are very satisfying. And since we did make the goal with the likes and numbers of subscribers, I will be getting a PlayStation Vita from Japan, and it'll be brand new, and we will be unboxing that. And stay tuned for more consoles, because I got another recent find, and I feel like you guys are going to have mixed emotions about it. But doesn't matter, because it's what I like to do, and I like sharing you guys what I have. And also, if you guys would like to see any more computer hardware stuff on my channel, since I do everything around, just leave a comment, and I can get to you if anything. And shout out to one commenter I will be getting an Atari 2600. I don't know when exactly, but I heard your request, and I will make that happen. Well, until next time, guys, this has been Alex with NeXt. Thank you for watching, and I'll hit you with another video later next week. Bye, guys.